Hey, welcome back everyone. How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. On this video, I'm going to cover some various features that's available on this television, and I'm going to cover some of these features. Hopefully this video will give you some information on what's available on Samsung Q8FN. And then why do I call this television a very well balanced TV? Think of this video as me justifying to you why I use the term really well balanced TV. This is not a review. This is just me showing you the amount of features that's available on this TV and what makes it so balanced. As I go through these features, you will understand why I call this TV a really well balanced TV. It doesn't mean it's the greatest TV ever made. It doesn't mean that it's a perfect TV. It means exactly what I call it, a really well balanced TV. Think about the word balance. What does the word balance mean? Well, Google it and you'll find out. Anyway, let's continue with this, shall we? For those of you who don't know, this is a 55-inch Q8FN Qled series. Okay. There's two different models. You got Q9FN, which is the big daddy, and then you got Q8FN, which is a, if you will, a younger brother to a Q9FN. There's also Q6, Q7. Just remember Q6 and Q7. Both of these televisions are edge-lit, and they don't have a really good viewing angle due to the fact they're still edge-lit. So if you're going to be buying Q6, if you're going to be buying Q7, remember it's an edge-lit panel. The only difference is it has 120 Hz refresh rate and a game mode feature like this one has. But it's edge-lit. It's not full array local dimming. All right, so let's talk about the features that this Q8FN has. Well, first and foremost is the user interface. User interface, it's really something that's unique, very easy to use. As you can see me using this controller. Is it better than the Web OS? Well, the thing with the LG and the Web OS LG is the fact that you can use a magic V mode and you can move around the television, kind of like using a V mode on a V, Nintendo V. So let's jump into the settings. I want to talk about settings briefly, really quick here. When it comes to the games, and I want to say this really quick, if you are somebody who is interested in playing a lot of video games, the Q8FN, it's not going to disappoint. As you can see here, there's the option of the game mode for the HDR, which is right over here. You can use that to utilize the best possible low latency for gaming in HDR. Then here you have the game sound mode, which means that you can utilize a game sound mode, so when you're playing a video game you can get that best possible clarity for the game sound. You have the speakers. You can choose whether you want to use the audio out optical or just the TV speaker sound output. You also have the ability to use a Bluetooth, so you can connect this Samsung Q8FN to a Bluetooth speakers as well. Right now there's a game mode feature. I usually have my game mode set to automatic, so that way automatically it's going to be detecting whether or not I'm using a video game. Currently I'm not using a video game. Currently I'm using a app called Insects, which is specifically designed for the Xbox One X, so that way you can utilize and experience, if you will, a demo of what 4K and HDR can do in terms of wide color gamut, resolution, and stuff like that. And there's different types of mode. You can turn it off. You can turn off the game mode if you don't want to use it. It's really easy to turn it back on and turn it off, or leave it on automatic, or just completely turn it off. You have that option as well. I'm going to turn it off for now. You have the caption, subtitles off and on. You have the sleeper timer off, where you can choose how you want your TV to be running. Do you want your TV to maybe run for 12 hours so you can save some money on your energy bill? So you have that sleeper timer off ability. You have a different Wi-Fi connections here. You can go through. It has the built-in Wi-Fi, really good Wi-Fi, by the way. So this is just what you get on the user interface. Okay, now let's move on to the source. This thing has about 4 HDMI pass-throughs, HDCP 2.2 pass-throughs. This means that all 4 HDMIs will support high dynamic range. So if you have 4 devices that you want to connect to this television, all those 4 devices will utilize a high dynamic range pass-through. So that's kind of cool. As you can see here, I got my PlayStation. I can turn on my PlayStation simply by clicking on this remote, and the PlayStation will turn on. Actually, I can demonstrate that for you right now. Here, I'll click on it, and you will see the PlayStation will turn on, and you will see it. You will see the blue logo. You're gonna see it automatically turns on the game mode. So there it is. There's a new software version needs to be installed. Well, there I am. You see, I can actually use this I can actually use my remote control to select my PlayStation 4, so I can use my PlayStation 4. So I can update this. I'm going to update this right now. Okay, let's go click next. Let's update. There it is. All right, so let's go back to my other sources. Let's go back to the Xbox. It's very easy to go back to all your sources. It's very unique, very easy to find. Unlike Sony is very confusing to find out under which HDMI you have your PlayStation connected, under which HDMI you have your Xbox. What I like about the Samsung is really they really thought about people with different variety of needs. Okay, and this is where I'm getting at. This is hopefully something where you will understand why I call this television a really well balanced television. So hopefully by the end of this video you will understand why I'm calling this television a really well balanced television. So as you can see right here on the source, I can select any and each individual one of these devices, and I can use this remote control to control all of them. Okay, and that's the pretty cool thing, that you can do that straight from a controller, that you can do that. That's why they call it a universal remote. All right, so let's go down to the apps. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I want to talk about before we jump into the apps. There's this feature called the Ambient Mode. It's a pretty cool feature, which I'm going to show you in a minute. What this basically is, this is the Ambient Mode. This is something where you can use if, for example, you want to go to bed, but you don't want to turn off the TV, and you just want something to be there while you go to sleep. This is a pretty cool feature. You can use this. This is called the Ambient Mode. You can change it from a different types of modes. You can go from the mountain mode to there's many different types. I'm going to show you in a minute right here. This is the mountain mode. There's also a physics mode. There's a bunch of different modes you can choose, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. So this is something I use as, not like a meditation. It's just something you want to use if you want to go to bed. You want to put your mind at ease, all right? Especially if you had a stressful day or whatnot. Just kind of want to wind down and relax and use this. Pretty cool feature. See, there's a mountain, then there's a gravity one. You can use the gravity. There's many different types of these modes. I like the gravity mode. This is pretty cool too as well. This is all built inside this TV. You know, and it's pretty cool that they have these features. There's a reason. There's a reason why you're spending $1,800. They really want to make sure that all that $1,800 you spend, that you're getting your money's worth, that you're getting tons of features. And Samsung will deliver on that for sure. Sony will not deliver that for you with their 900F. Okay, I can guarantee you that. And I'll get to the point on that at the end of this video. Yes, you can enter. I can go ahead and click Xfinity and watch my cable. There's Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, DirecTV Beta, Google, Vudu. There's tons of apps here. And maybe I can go through some of them. I'll just show you how many apps they are. Let me just show you the amount of apps that there are. I mean, there's really tons of apps here, from DirecTV, Google Play, HBO Now. There's HBO Go, YouTube, Pandora, Spectrum, TV, everything you would need to. You even have a Facebook. You even have Spotify. So you got Amazon Music, TNT, McPhee. You even have internet. You can use the internet. As a matter of fact, you can use the internet, and you can use a mouse and keyboard if you want to browse. So you can connect your mouse and keyboard onto this television. Okay, you can use a wireless mouse and keyboard with a dongle. So you can use the keyboard and type and use the mouse to click. Pretty cool feature, man. I mean, right out of the box, you're pretty much all set here with this television. All right, so let me show you some other features as well. Let's go to the settings again. I want to go to a general right here. And I want to go to a accessibility. You also have the way you can design how you want to configure your voice guide. You can use the voice on this one. You can search and use the voice. You can do that. You can also increase the high contrast, the grayscale. You can enlarge this. If you want this to be a little bit bigger, you can enlarge it. You can move it down. This is just you to customize how you want your menu to be. You can change this menu any which way you want. You can change the user interface. If you don't like the user interface that you got, you can change it. So this is pretty cool. If you're not happy with this white, gray, whatever, you can just change it to this if you want. So they're giving you tons of option for you to choose here. Okay. You also have the Echo solution. This is a pretty cool feature. This is called the ambient light detection. What this basically does, it detects automatically what your light is in your room, what your surrounding light is. So this feature right here is going to be something that's very useful to save your energy. It automatically adjusts the picture brightness based on the ambient level. So if I dim down my light, then this television is going to be dimming down that backlit in accordance to what your light is. What I'm basically saying is, depending on how much light you have in your room, this ambient light will detect that, and it's going to make sure that your television is dimming down. So let's say you turn off your lights and you don't want that peak brightness to be too high. This ambient light detection is going to automatically detect the light in your room. You can turn it off if you want. You have a power saving mode, motion lighting. You can also reduce the power to consume with motion sensitive brightness control. You can do that as well. Many different types of features that are available just for the Eco solution. Then you got the smart features, auto run smart hub. You can automatically display smart hub when the TV's turned on. You can auto run the last app you were at. System manager here. Device name, Samsung account. You can change the pin. You also got the external device manager. AnyNet, HDMI CC. This is the feature that I'm using right now, where you can control your PlayStation, your Xbox, or any device with this remote controller. You don't necessarily have to use this remote controller. You can also use a phone, a Samsung phone. If you have it, you can use it as well. I already talked about the game mode. Game mode settings, pretty cool. Game mode has the game motion plus settings, where you can adjust how much of the game motion, judder, and blur would you like to adjust, including the LED clear motion. But I wouldn't recommend using the LED clear motion. What it does, it dims down the picture. You got a FreeSync. With a FreeSync, you can utilize this feature with the AMD supported graphics card, like from AMD Radeon, or if you have the Xbox One X, you can utilize this feature as well. The HDMI UHD color, okay, this is basically, you got to make sure that all of them are turned on if you want to utilize the high dynamic range on your HDCP 2.2 HDMI pass-through. All of these have to be turned on in order for you to utilize that feature. Input device manager. This is another cool feature, Bluetooth device list. You can basically detect and search for Bluetooth devices, nearby Bluetooth devices, and the television will automatically detect what Bluetooth devices you have available. So you can use any Bluetooth device with this television, which is pretty cool. We're not going to do that right now. You got a keyboard setting. So if you have a keyboard and a mouse, you can actually use a keyboard, and you can select what type of language would you like, to use it with. Mouse settings. There's also mouse settings. Primary button left, pointer speed standard. You can choose what type of speed would you like. So the fact that you can use mouse and keyboard is pretty cool. An awesome feature that's available on this TV. And you also have device connect manager. What this basically is, it's a notification when a device such as smartphone or tablet is connected if you use a Wi-Fi network. So you can use this as well. And what else? Let me see. Did I move anything else here? Start setup. This is if you want to start from beginning. I'm not going to do that, obviously. If you want to reset your television, you can do that as well. This is the support. It let you know what software you have, what software updates, soft diagnosis. You can do this if you want to test your television, to test the picture, the sound, the signal information. There's the e-manual here you can read. You can request the support if you like. There's this thing called About the TV, the model number, the software version, and everything is here. So everything is here for you. You can learn about this TV. The sound is pretty cool feature. You have many different types of sounds. You get the amplify, optimize, and standard. I usually use the optimized one because optimized one is the best sound. The most optimized, equalized sound mode is the optimized, so I leave it at the optimized. You also got the expert settings where you can individually select which bit stream. Would you like to use a bit stream or PCM? You can adjust the audio delay. You can use the auto volume. You can use the sound feedback to low, to medium, to high. Then you get the general right here, different types of network, system manager. So as you can see, there's tons and tons of features on this television. Okay, not to mention that, it has an outstanding picture quality, an outstanding local dimming, and also an amazing game mode feature. Let's talk about the game mode for a little bit. What's so cool about the game mode is the fact that it supports 120 hertz refresh rate. So right there, to me, that's a big bonus. The fact that this television supports 120 hertz refresh rate, variable refresh rate, with a very unique game mode feature, which is right here. We can go right here, turn the game mode on, and with this game mode feature, you can actually go ahead, go to the settings, go to the general, go to the external device manager, and go to the game mode settings, and you can actually choose how you want your blur reduction, your jitter reduction to be set. You know, the fact that you can have these choices to do all of this, to me, it's telling me that this television, it's really well balanced. They're giving everyone a variety of different choices, and I think that's what you have to look for when you're buying a TV. Like, what's the value? How many features am I getting? If you're buying a TV simply because you just want the deep dark levels and that's all you care about, well, then you're not getting the full experience of the TV. You're missing out on the gaming. You're missing out on some other features, you know. And I think this is the important part. People need to understand that there is no perfect TV. There is no super high-end TV. There's really, you have to look at the value and is the TV really well balanced? And I would have to say, just looking at all these features that I just went through, this is a really well balanced TV. You know, like I just point out here with the, where was it? With the general right here, external device manager, the fact that I can turn on the FreeSync, turn it to the ultimate right here, and use the FreeSync feature ability. Okay, it's turning on right now. It's pretty awesome that I can connect my PC to this television, play my PC games. The fact that I have the game mode settings, and the fact that I can go ahead and adjust my game motion plus settings to adjust my blur and jitter reduction. It's pretty awesome. Just remember, when you're using a FreeSync, you cannot use a game motion plus settings. You have to turn off the FreeSync if you want to use the game motion plus settings. All right, so I just want to kind of point that out so that you guys understand. All right, that's just the game mode. Not to mention that you can go to your Xbox One X, and you can also select a low latency mode under the Xbox One X option. So if you have this TV, you have the option to select under the video output option, you can select low latency mode. I have done a video on that. That's another key feature. So think about what you're getting here. You're getting 120 hertz variable refresh rate on top of a very good game mode advanced settings that utilizes a motion flow, and you can adjust that motion flow on how you like. And on top of that, you're also getting a FreeSync. And with the FreeSync, you can utilize even more lower latency to enjoy your games. So just think about how much you're getting here just in terms of gaming. But let's also talk about the picture settings, but just look at this television, just look how beautiful it looks. You guys have to remember, this is the LCD. And I think this is as best as you're going to get for an LCD LED backlit television. Yes, it's not OLED. It's not emitting every and each pixel by itself. I get it. I understand that. But there's something that the OLED cannot do. The OLED doesn't have the 120 hertz refresh rate. It doesn't have the low latency mode. It doesn't have an extensive advanced game mode like Samsung has. It doesn't have 1600 nits. It cannot go up to 2000 nits. It can go up to maybe 840, and that's about it. It's not the brightest, And then the worst part of all, you have to worry about the burn-in. You have to worry about the retention on the screen. There's so many elements. They are fragile when it comes to the OLED. And this is coming from a guy who owned the OLED. Guys, you guys have to remember, this is the person who had 3 different types of OLED. Not just one, but 3 different types of OLED. C6, actually B6, C6, and then C7. When those OLEDs were hot, when Sir Ridley Scott and Francis Ford Coppola, when they were advertising it, I was the first one that bought those televisions. I have videos. I have 43-minute video where I actually talk about and review. I did a review on the OLED. I never said anything bad about the picture quality on the OLED. And I didn't care that it wasn't the brightest, and I didn't care it didn't have the best game mode. I didn't care about that stuff. I knew I bought that OLED to watch it in the dark areas from each angle, okay? But I couldn't take the risk, knowing that there's a good possibility 2 years from now I'll have a burn-in, I'll have some spots on the screen, I'll have a retention on the screen. I couldn't take that risk, considering how expensive that TV is and how expensive the warranty is for that TV. Okay? Is this the perfect TV? No, it's not a perfect TV. There is no perfect TV. But it is a very well balanced TV. And hopefully this half-an-hour video, some of these features that I went through, hopefully this video gives you a little glimpse on why I call this TV a really a very well balanced TV. You know, and that's what it is. It's a very well balanced TV. And that's what you want. You want something that's very well balanced, really well balanced, and that's what you're getting here. You're getting a very well balanced TV. So there you have it, guys. That's all I gotta say. You know, it's half an hour. Hopefully you guys sat through this half an hour, and hopefully this video gives you some information as to why I like this TV and why I call it a very well balanced TV. Think about that word, balance. It's a balanced TV. It's not a perfect TV, but it's a balanced TV. So what does that mean to you? You know what it means for me? It means a lot, because I like variety. I like balanced everything. And this TV is going to give you that balance between the movies, games, sports, documentaries, computer, PC, all of it. You can use it as a monitor, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, that's why. Well, there you have it. It's been half an hour. Hopefully you guys sat through this video and listened to me mumbling and jumbling and talking, but that's why you come to my channel, because you want to hear what I have to say. You don't have to necessarily agree with me. That's okay. But this is how I feel. Remember, it's not about you agreeing with me or disagreeing with me. It's not about that. It's about you want to hear what I have to say. And this is what I'm telling you. And I'm telling you this is the best balanced, really well best balanced TV on the market, next to Q9FN. Q9FN is definitely the best way to go, because you're going to get the 480 local dimming zones on top of everything else, 2000 peak of brightness nits. But Q8FN, it's a younger brother that's also very well balanced TV. And to me, that's what makes the best TV. It's a very well balanced TV. You're not going to find that with Sony X900 or Sony F, 900. You're not going to find that. All right, guys. Have a good one, though. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around for half an hour watching this video. Hopefully this gives you some information that's maybe valuable to you. Thank you for watching.